What if I told you that by 2026, you could achieve your wildest dreams, not through massive overhauls, but by tiny, almost imperceptible shifts you make today? Look, I know what you're thinking. Another self-help video promising me the world. But here's the thing. I'm not asking you to wake up at 4 a.m., run a marathon, or completely reinvent yourself by Monday. I'm talking about changes so small you barely even notice them. But by this time next year, your life will be unrecognizable. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels with massive goals that fizzle out by February, and instead want to discover how the world's most successful people actually create lasting change, you're in the right place. So let's dive in. Okay, let's start with some uncomfortable truth. The universal New Year's resolution crash. It's late December. You're pumped. You've got your list. Lose 30 pounds, save $10,000, learn a new language, start that business, fix your relationships. You're going all in. January 1st hits. You're at the gym at 6 a.m. You meal prep for the entire week. You download Duolingo. You're crushing it. January 15th. You miss one gym session. No big deal. January 28th. You've had 3 cheat days this week. February 10th, the gym membership is gathering dust. The meal prep containers are in the back of the fridge, growing something that might be sentient. And that business idea, still just an idea. The bru- Here's the brutal reality. Studies show that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. 80%. Why? Because we've been sold a lie. The lie that transformation requires massive dramatic action, that you need to become a completely different person overnight. But your brain actually hates that. And this is where the quantum leap comes in. In quantum physics, particles made instantaneous jumps from one state to another, not through gradual movement, but through tiny energy shifts that create massive transformations. And guess what? Your life works the same way. So what if instead of trying to overhaul everything, you made changes so small they feel almost laughably easy? Not work out for an hour, but do 5 push-ups. Not save $5,000, but transfer $1 to your savings. Not write a book, but write one sentence. These aren't your goals. These are your micro habits. And by 2026 and beyond, these tiny, almost invisible actions will compound into transformations that massive overhauls could never achieve. And here's why this matters right now. We're not just talking about habits. We're talking about the compound effect. So you've probably heard this before. But if you improve by just 1% every single day, by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better. Not 365% better, 37 times. But here's the catch. The compound effect only works if you start now. Every day you wait is exponential growth you're leaving on the table. Someone who starts today will be in a completely different universe by 2026 compared to someone who starts in March. The question isn't whether you can afford to start small, it's whether you can afford not. All right, so you're sold on the concept, but how does this actually work? Why do micro habits succeed where massive goals fail? Let's deconstruct the machine. Your brain is lazy. I don't mean that as an insult. It's actually brilliant efficiency. Your brain is constantly looking for ways to automate behaviors so that it can save energy for important stuff like keeping you alive. And this is where habit stacking comes in. You already have dozens of automatic behaviors: brushing your teeth, making your coffee, checking your phone, sitting down at your desk. These are neural pathways that are already carved deep into your brain. And habit stacking means attaching your new micro habit to an existing automatic behavior. The formula is simple. After I existing habit, I will new micro habit. So here are some examples. After I pour my morning coffee, I will write one sentence in my journal. After brushing my teeth at night, I will do 5 push-ups. After sitting down at my desk, I will take 3 conscious breaths. Now, you're not creating a new routine from scratch. You're hijacking the neural pathways you already built. It's like adding a train car to a train that's already moving. Now, here's the psychological magic. Your brain's biggest obstacle isn't the action, it's the starting. That's why the 5-minute rule is so powerful. Your micro habit should take 5 minutes or less, ideally way less. Why? Because at 5 minutes, your brain can't come up with a good excuse. You can't say, I don't have time for something that takes 2 minutes. You can't say, I'm too tired for 5 push-ups. But here's the secret sauce. Once you start, momentum takes over. You tell yourself, I'll just do 5 push-ups. But once you're down there, you might do 10 or 20. You tell yourself, I'll just write 1 sentence. But once you're in the flow, you might write a paragraph. I experience this a lot. The 5-minute rule isn't about limiting yourself. It's about starting yourself. And starting is 80% of the battle. Now, let's talk about why willpower is overrated and how micro habits hack your biology. Now, on the self-mastery journey, this is something really key to understand. Your brain runs on dopamine, the reward chemical. So every time you complete a task, your brain releases a little hit of dopamine. This feels good. So your brain wants to repeat the behavior. Here's the problem with massive goals. The dopamine hit is too far away. Lose 30 pounds might take 6 months. Your brain isn't wired to wait that long for a reward. But do 5 push-ups? That's a dopamine hit you can get in 2 minutes. And every time you complete your micro habit, your brain gets a reward. This creates a positive feedback loop. Your brain starts to crave the behavior before it knows the reward is coming. And this is why micro habits are so powerful. You're not fighting your biology, you're working with it in alignment. You're turning your brain's reward system into your personal transformation engine. And the best part, you don't need willpower when you have a system that makes you want to do the thing. Okay, theory is great, but let's get practical, okay? So how do you actually design your personal quantum leap? Okay, first, we need to identify your freedom zones, the areas of your life where small actions create massive returns. So I want you to think about these core domains that we provide in our TDI method. It's a think dump list. Number 1, health and energy. So that might mean your physical fitness, nutrition, sleep quality, mental health. Number 2, wealth and abundance, income generation, savings and investment, skill development, career advancement. Number 3, relationships and connection. So that might be romantic partnerships, family bonds, friendships, or your professional network. Number 4, purpose and growth, creative projects, learning and education, your spiritual practice, and your contribution to others. So you've got that written down? Okay, you paused it, you written it down? Okay, good. So here is your first action step. Pause this video right now and ask yourself, if I could improve one of these areas over the next year, which would have the biggest impact on my sense of freedom and fulfillment? Got it? Good. That's your primary freedom zone. Now, let's get specific. Here are actionable micro habits for each domain. Remember, these should feel almost too easy, okay? So, health and energy, that's the first domain. 1 conscious breath when you wake up. So that might look like that about 10 seconds, okay? 5 body weight squats while you brew your coffee or your tea. And that will take 1 minute. Drinking 1 glass of water before your first meal. And that takes 30 seconds. So 1 piece of fruit added to your day, 2 minutes. A 5-minute walk after lunch, 5 minutes. And your phone down for 30 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to put your phone down. Wealth and abundance. Transfer $1 savings every morning, 20 seconds. Reading 1 page of a business or finance book, 3 minutes. Sending 1 networking message per day, 2 minutes. Learning 1 new word in your industry, 1 minute. Track 1 expense in your budget app, 30 seconds. Watch 1 5-minute educational video, 5 minutes. You see where I'm going? Now, when it comes to relationships and connection, okay, so relationships and connection. Send 1 genuine compliment text. That takes 1 minute. Making eye contact and smiling at 1 stranger, that's instant. Ask one meaningful question to your partner, 1 minute. Call one family member, perhaps while you're commuting, 5 minutes or less or more. Write one sentence of gratitude about someone, 30 seconds. And putting your phone away during one meal with others, instant. Now, the next domain, purpose and growth. You can write one sentence in a journal, that'll take 1 minute. Meditate for one conscious minute, 1 minute. Create one small thing, it could be drawing, writing, music, and that takes 5 minutes. Help one person without expecting anything back. Now, that can vary. And learning one fact about something you're curious about. I think that's important. 2 minutes, that'll take. Spend 1 minute visualizing your ideal future. 1 minute that takes. Now, if you pause the video, you're taking those notes, let me ask you, did you notice something? None of these require special equipment. None require a huge investment. None require a huge time investment. None require you to be a different person than you are right now. And guess what? That is the point. Now let's move on. Here's where most people mess up. They either don't track at all or they create such a complicated tracking system that it becomes another thing to fail at. Now let's keep this stupid simple, okay? So here's the first method. Method 1, the paperclip method. Get 2 jars, fill one with paper clips, and every time you complete a micro habit, move one paperclip to the empty jar. Visual progress and 0 complexity. Plus, it's kind of fun. Another method you could do is the X method. So if you like calendars, print a calendar or have a digital calendar, and every day you complete your micro habit, put a big X on that day. Your only job is to not break the chain, okay? And so here's a third method. A third method is something that a lot of people do is, I call it the 3-second app check. So you can use a habit tracking app like Habitica, Streaks, or The Way of Life, and literally just one tap when you complete your habit. You just tap once when you complete your habit. That's it. Just one tap and you complete your habit, okay? Now, the fourth one is something that at the Total Freedom Network, we get to assist you with, is the accountability text. So you would be texting one friend or one accountability partner every day when you complete your habit. Just one word, done. So that's social accountability with minimal friction. Just done, all right? Done. And so the key is this. Your tracking method should take less time than the habit itself. If tracking becomes a chore, you're going to quit tracking, okay? So, and if you quit tracking, you'll quit the habit. So out of all these methods that I've listed, pick one method that aligns with you and commit to it for 30 days. And after those 30 days, adjust if needed. Or you might feel you might have to adjust after 2 weeks, who knows? But pick one method, commit to it 30 days, and adjust if needed, okay?
26, compounding doesn't feel dramatic at first. It's a quiet line, barely moving. But stay with it. Each step builds on the last. By 2026, the curve is no longer flat, it's taking off. Start now. Stay consistent.
Now let's talk about the magic that happens when you stick to this, because this is where it really gets exciting. You see, most people think progress is linear. You put in X effort and you get X results. But that's not how micro habits work. Micro habits work on an exponential curve. So for the first few weeks, you'll barely notice any difference. You might even feel like you're wasting your time. Oh, I've done 5 push-ups every day for 2 weeks and I don't look like For the God of Thunder yet. This is stupid. You might hear yourself saying that, you know? This is the valley of disappointment. This is where 80% of people actually quit. If you push through, if you trust the process, something incredible happens around week 4 to 6. You start to notice changes, small ones at first. Your 5 push-ups become 10, 15. Your 1 sentence becomes a paragraph, then a page. Your $1 becomes 5, then 10. By month 3, people start noticing. Have you been working out? You seem different lately. What's your secret? Those type of questions, you see? And so by month 6, you are a different person. Your identity starts to shift. You're not someone who's trying to be healthy. You are healthy. You're not someone who's trying to be a writer. You are a writer. And so by December 2026, when you look back at where you started, you won't even recognize that person. And that is the exponential curve. That is the quantum leap. So let's address the biggest trap that kills transformation. You heard it. Perfectionism. You probably said it before I said it, didn't you? I know. And you're going to miss days. You're going to miss days. It's going to happen. All right. You're going to have days where you don't feel like it. You're going to have weeks where life gets chaotic and your micro habits fall off the radar. This is normal. This is expected. It's okay, because the all or nothing trap sounds like this. I missed yesterday, so I've already failed. Might as well quit. I only did 3 push-ups instead of 5. Doesn't count. I broke my streak, so I have to start over from 0. This is your brain trying to protect you from discomfort by giving you an excuse to quit. And here's the truth though. Consistency beats intensity. Always. Someone who does their micro habit 80% of the days for a year will transform their life. Someone who does it perfectly for 3 weeks and then quits will be exactly where they started. The rule is simple. Never miss twice. Miss one day, that's life. Miss 2 days in a row, miss 2 days in a row, that's the beginning of a broken habit. 1 miss is an exception. 2 misses is the start of a new pattern. Now listen carefully. Here's something nobody talks about. Your micro transformation doesn't change you, it changes everything around you, okay? When you start showing up differently, people notice. Opportunities appear, doors open. You start exercising regularly, your energy increases, your confidence grows. You show up differently at work, you get that promotion, etc., etc. You start saving $1 a day, you develop a savings mindset. You start investing $1 a day, you develop an investing mindset. You start seeing opportunities to increase income. You start investing. Your financial situation transforms. You start sending gratitude texts. You start sending texts of gratitude. Your relationships deepen. Your network strengthens. Opportunities come through connection. Bear that in mind. Bear in mind that this is the ripple effect. One small change in one area creates waves that touches every area of your life. You won't just have better habits. You'll have a better life, a freer life, a life that reflects the person you've become through thousands of tiny, consistent choices.
Plan. Here's your Quantum Leap action plan.
All right. So we've covered a lot. Now let's bring this home with your concrete action plan between now and the end of 2026. Your first micro habit. And of course, the 7-day challenge, okay? Here's what I want you to do right now. Not tomorrow, not Monday, right now. Step 1, choose 1 micro habit from the examples we discussed. Just 1, not 5. Not, I'll try a few and see what sticks. 1, okay? Step 2, make it so easy you can't say no. If you chose 5 push-ups and that feels hard, make it 3. If write 1 sentence feels intimidating, make it write 3 words. Go smaller if you need to, like a 1-word haiku. Step 3, identify your trigger. What existing habit will you stack this onto? Be specific. Not in the morning, but after I pour my coffee or after I brush my teeth. Step 4, commit to 7 days. That's it. Not a year, not a month. Just prove to yourself that you can do this for 1 week. So I want you to write this down right now and then pause the video because you might have to go back and write it down. After I enter existing habit, I will new micro habit for the next 7 days. Okay, so here's some examples you might choose. After I pour my morning coffee, I will do 5 push-ups for the next 7 days. That's one example. After I sit down on my desk, I will write one sentence for 7 days. After I brush my teeth at night, I will transfer $1, £1 to my savings or my investments for the next 7 days. Got it? Good. Now, here's an optional but powerful accelerator: accountability. You're 65% more likely to achieve a goal if you commit to someone else. That number jumps to 95% if you have regular check-ins. And here are three. Option 1, the accountability partner. Find one person who's also committed to building a micro habit. Text each other every day when you complete it. That's it. No judgment, no lectures. Just done and done. Option 2, the public commitment. So you can post your 7-day challenge on social media, update them daily, and the social pressure, in a good way, will keep you honest, if that's something that resonates with you. And option 3, comment commitment. Drop a comment below this video right now with your micro habit commitment. And I'm gonna read every single one. And this community will support you. Plus, writing it down makes it real. But here's the key. Even though it's very important, accountability is optional. If social pressure stresses you out, skip it. The micro habit itself is what matters. Don't let fear of the public commitment stop you from starting privately. But we are here. Okay, now, let's bring this full circle. You started this video looking for transformation. Maybe you're tired of feeling stuck. Maybe you're frustrated with the past failures. Maybe you're just ready for something different. And here's what I want you to understand. The freedom you're looking for isn't at the destination. It's the journey. And that's what self-mastery leads you to. It leads you to total freedom. So like every time you complete your micro habit, you're proving something to yourself. You're proving that you're someone who keeps commitments. You're proving that you're someone capable of change. You're proving that you have control over your life. That's freedom. Not someday when you've made it, not when you've achieved the big goal. Right now, today, in the 2 minutes it takes to do 5 push-ups or write 1 sentence. By end of 2026, you will have completed your micro habit thousands of times. Each one a small vote for the person you are becoming. Each one a tiny deposit in the bank account of your future self. And when you look back a year from now, you won't even believe how far you've come from such small steps. And that's exciting. This is your quantum leap, not a massive jump that requires you to be someone you're not, but a tiny shift in energy that creates a massive transformation in state. Compound effect is already working. The only question is, are you working with it or against it? So here's my challenge to you. Start today. Choose one micro habit. Commit to 7 days. Track your progress. Celebrate your small wins. And then come back and let me know how it went. I want to genuinely hear your story. And if this video resonated with you, do me a favor, okay? If this video resonated with you, do me a favor. Hit that like button so that more people can discover the power of micro habits, and subscribe if you want more content on building the life you actually want to live, not just the one you're supposed to want. And drop a comment below with your micro habit commitment. What is the one tiny change you're making today that will transform 2026? Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to make massive changes. You just need to start small today, but think bigger, because your extraordinary 2026 is waiting, and it starts with one tiny, almost imperceptible shift that you make right now. So I'll see you in the next video. Now go make that quantum leap. Stay empowered. And just remember, the connection continues. Take care.